Welcome, my people, once again to some Train Sim World, to some 802 action. Mark, Nabil, Dan, how are you guys doing? Dan, you are fired up. I'd be fired up if I was going away as well and getting paid for it. Mark, I am on time, as a matter of fact, according to the schedule. Got the whole world in my hands, and I want to crush it. Oh, sounds like a rock lyric, Dan. Sounds like a rock lyric. I don't know if that means that you're very angry at the moment, but it sounds cool. Remember the morning streams? I do, Nabil. I do remember them, man. It was a good time. It was a good time because the morning streams are OMSI streams. And you know, for a long time, I had a good time with the OMSI streams, you know. Not too much with the OMSI viewers on TikTok, but you know, overall, it was a good time. It was a good time. I think if I could, well, I would like to do 2 streams a day. I would like to do 2 streams a day. I don't know if that would mean I'd stream in the morning. I think it probably does mean that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, man. I just don't have the capacity to do so at the moment. But I'll be more than happy to go back to that. Wouldn't be a problem at all. OMSI comeback, brother, please. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been seeing the recent footage of the Hamburg DLC on the bus, and I'm looking forward to it. It looks good. The last video actually looks good. The previous one was very strange. Very, very strange. But the recent one looks good, man. I won't lie. They've got like NPCs suited for like certain locations. So like around where there's like a football pitch, they've got NPCs dressed in like football kit. So I don't know whether it's like it's just a public football pitch or whether it's like actually a team. There are some logos there. But regardless, the NPCs sort of make sense for the location. Why did me going out to the outside view cut out the announcement. Wait, Mr. Happy because he's not going to China. Wait, who's not going to China? You're Mr. Happy because you're not going to China, or the annoying person isn't going to China? Omzi give you proper views, bro. Omzi did a madness on my TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. Followers, gifts, viewership, likes. Omzi did a madness on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was worth it. You know, if the price I had to pay was a billion people asking me what game, what game, what game, I happily paid it. And to be honest, even so many people being interested enough to ask what a game, even though it was obvious and even though it was written in the screen, on the screen, that's a good sign as well that people are interested in it and they want to know what it is. So yeah, man, there's no doubt that Omzi absolutely banged on TikTok. Um, could be worth going back to Omzi just for that, just to bring some life to the TikTok. Oh, me? I would like to go China. Okay, not like on like it's a random day. Oh yeah, I want to go China. But like if it was a work opportunity, I was getting paid for it. Everything was paid for. I would be quite chuffed. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be gassed. Maybe it's because I've never been as well. Maybe if I've been already and I feel like I've seen all there is to see and feel like it could be boring, then maybe I won't be that excited about it. But as somebody who's never been, I can imagine myself being pretty excited for it. Combination of Omzi TikTok's 1 minute clip of 047. Did that do well though? I felt like that did pretty average for my numbers on TikTok. It got people talking. It definitely had more comments and more general engagement than average. I wanted to do more of those types of videos, man. I wanted to do that type of video for like all the buses. Make sure to not display the game name. It doesn't make a difference, bro. It doesn't make a difference. There will be people asking regardless. There'll be that level of engagement regardless. Really, honestly, does not make a difference. See, this is, I think, a situation that will show whether I do what I do for numbers or for my own interest. Because yeah, it's like we're not exaggerating here. It absolutely will blow up the TikTok if I was to stream Mumsy. But would I enjoy it though? I don't know, man. I'm willing to go back. I'm willing to try it again at some point. I've been saying for a while now that I'm pretty certain once I go back on it, it's gonna work perfectly. I just have a feeling. But it's in a position now where it's off the system. Like it's gonna be a lot of work. Not a lot of work, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be some work reinstalling it. I think the settings we backed up, isn't it? My settings. I just need to move the config or something file over, so I don't have to like redo all the indicators and stalks and all of this. So that would be already ready. I think settings are there as well. So settings, config, I wouldn't have to do that again. So it would just be reinstalling the game and playing, which isn't a big deal, really. But I don't know, it's in my head because it's uninstalled. That extra work of simply reinstalling it is enough to like give me a reason to possibly avoid it. Every Omzi stream I stumble across TikTok has a game name displayed. I guess all of the streams have the same issue. All of the streams have the exact same issue. Maybe it's only the 6th of May. Maybe before the end of May. Maybe before the end of May, I'll give it another go. Maybe. Actually, yeah, no. Let me stick to that before the end of May. Before the end of May. To possibly void it. What do you mean by that? Omzi voidership. Interesting way of putting it. Vaguely, yeah. A little bit more than vaguely, but yeah. Yeah. In a way, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I wonder in reality what else uses the slow lines here, aside from rail tours and freights. If there is anything that uses them. Oh, there's no game sound. You guys weird me out, man. If Edmund comment, nah. You know why? I would say yes, except for one thing, and it's their money strategy. Edmund doesn't give me corporate greed vibes. You know, Edmund gives me like quite humble vibes. Everything else, yes, 100%. Have you explored what you can do now as a lead moderator? What powers have been unlocked? Well, there was something or a couple things that I would sometimes ask if you could do, and then you couldn't do them. I don't remember what exactly they were, and I used to find it quite silly that you didn't have access to that particular thing. I don't bloody remember it, man. I don't remember it. But it was something that I've asked like multiple times if you could do, and you couldn't. You can change the title, right? Was it changing the title? I think you've done that before. No, it's not that. I think that's from the editor role that you have. Sort of better than a hammer. You know what? I thought the same, you know. I thought the same. I thought a sword. You see a sword, and it just looks like it's got a bit more power than a hammer. It's an interesting decision they made. Can you change that? You know how you can change like your other emotes that are by your name. I also wonder if you can do anything else on mobile as well. Even for me, mobile's limited, so probably not, to be honest. I can barely do anything on mobile for my own channel. It's mind-boggling how something as big as Twitch is so limited in functionality on mobile. Oh, you can. There you go. It really does. Like, Twitch Mobile has one purpose, and that's to watch the content, and that's it. The only priority for Twitch, it seems, on a mobile device, is for you to watch. If you're a content creator, forget it. If you're a moderator, forget it. If you're there for any other purpose, forget it. All you can do is watch, and you're forced to be happy that way. I want to play more LMU, man. I honestly wouldn't even mind playing it off stream, but the thing is I don't have time to play it off stream. It's likely, maybe not tomorrow. Actually, no, because Friday I'm occupied. Tomorrow I'm occupied. Friday I'm occupied. Yeah, I just don't have time. I'm gonna be off work for 2 weeks soon, but even those weekends I'm busy, so I'm not even like rested. I guess it would be rest compared to working, but I'm still gonna be doing things and out of the house, so it's all a little bit interesting. To watch an upload a story, who even utilizes that, man? I would love to see the statistics, the percentage of people who use the story feature, whether it's free, whether it's uploading or viewing. My free on October 13th, 2027. I'll have to check my calendar. Probably not. Probably not, man. What is like the date? Funnily enough, that date lands on. Because if it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, then it's likely to be a myth. Even as you've put it forward as a joke. So then no, I actually wouldn't be able to. As long as the schedule in my life is as it is now, I actually wouldn't be able to. Lead moderators can perform all the actions that regular moderators can, as well as the following actions. Manage the mod team. Okay, nice. Add or remove VIP role. Nice. Access all channel moderation settings. Nice. Regular moderator access settings. Nice. The one exception is that private blocked terms will remain visible only to the channel owner. I think I can see why that would be a good thing, but overall, I don't see why that's something that a lead moderator, even a regular moderator, shouldn't have access to. Hello, Siafi, how you doing? Delete mod comments. Okay, yeah, basically you have complete power over other mods, and you can access all the moderation settings. Cool. So is this where we make Els a mod, and then you can be a supervisor? He can finally get his wish. Remember, he said he's always here, isn't it? He's always here, but I just don't talk to him, so he doesn't say anything. So Els, how you doing, man? What's good, bro? Crickets. That's crazy, man. He's ignoring me. Remember the days when 2 to 5 p.m. streams were like the norm? The chat was all popping off, the streams are popping off. Good times, man. TSW4 and Simro days. Yeah. No surprise though, I think that was more down to the time I was streaming than anything. Although, let's be honest, all around the world there are probably millions of people on Twitch at any given time, so that's not really a reason. Statement regarding the Class 802 GBR livery on a Creators Club. Hello folks, we've seen many comments regarding the removal of the Great British Railways liveries from the Creators Club, and we'd like to provide some clarification. Already I'll say, I'm assuming this is official, right? Already I will say, this should have come out before the DLC released and before they removed anything from the Creators Club. The Creators Club is intended to be a platform where anyone can create and upload custom content. However, as all content must comply with our terms and conditions and is subject to ongoing moderation. Additionally, we must adhere to the terms of our licensing agreement, which permits us to use the livery and branding in our commercial products. Currently, we do not have a license for any other use of this specific livery. This is the reason why the livery has been removed from the Creators Club for the past few weeks since it was first revealed in real life. We are legally obligated to honour any takedown requests from license holders, which may include brands, logos, or specific liveries, as in this case. We understand the situation is frustrating, but we hope this explanation clarifies the reasoning behind our decision. If the official people, whoever has control and ownership over the livery, has requested that they get taken down, that's completely valid. What I think should have been done is something like that. That message should have gone out way before the first takedown. I don't think it's fair on people that the things were taken down without any communication. It does not give off a nice. It's not nice. It's not something that's nice to do to someone, you know. The reason may be completely valid, but there's a way to go about that. And as a company, it's especially important that you go about something like that well and the correct way. And for them to have been doing this for a while now, and only now releasing a statement regarding it and explaining it, it's good that it's finally done, but it should have been done before any removal had taken place. So then at least the people, the authors behind those creations themselves could have taken down the work. Tracks out all that noise and it's not even going anywhere. I would say it's completely logical that the release of the add-on based on a license agreement we had with a license spurred us checking CC again. Okay. No, that's okay. Right, but they said that they've been doing it for a few weeks. Going off that message that they put out, they said they've been doing it for a few weeks. I don't know exactly what number of weeks that is. But like I said, the removal of it is valid. That I don't have any issue with them removing it. It's the fact that they've gone about it in a way that I don't think has been kind to people. Personally. That Electro Star one looked pretty good. I won't even lie. I think it looks better than how it looks on this train. That's a video idea. I think I'm gonna make a video on that. That should get some views, isn't it? I'll see if I can work on a video. Tonight will be very tough. Very, very, very tough. Tomorrow will also be very tough. I'll see. Maybe I write a script at work or something. Something like this. It has to come out ASAP. You know, like the video would have to come out today. Anyway, we'll see. We shall see. Knowing the TSC website, oh no, they won't allow the repage delivery. You think so? Has there been any history of them doing something like that? Mods are mods. They don't really have power over, like, it's only whoever has ownership over the livery that can, like, take it down. Dovetail won't be able to. They don't have ownership over the livery. Would the UK government bother to go to that extent? I don't think so. Never say never. But I can't imagine that being the case. Actually, you know what? I will have some time after the stream. If I can write up a script, it shouldn't be a long video. Maybe 5 minutes. Shouldn't be a long video. I can do it after the stream. We get takedown notices, we act on them. If they weren't spotted, they wouldn't have been taken down. If some were spotted, they were removed. Makes sense. Makes sense. Hold on to those for me. Those specific messages. If you don't mind, could you like save them somewhere for me? Because I may reference them in the video. Really? I don't want to imagine what they're going through, man. Because it's this is the thing, man. They've done it without an explanation first. They've done it without an explanation first, and you already know what the community's like. They just want a reason most of the time, and they've given them the DTG have given them the perfect reason to just be furious. So I haven't seen anything myself, but I can imagine what's going on, and yeah, that's a price that comes with it, man. I won't lie. Like, you know, you're dealing with people. You have to go about things a certain way, man. You have to go about things a certain way. I think not telling them is a mistake. I think it was a simple mistake. I don't think there was any evil intent there necessarily. I think it was just a mistake. Yeah, I'll have a look. Oh, I got Zoom interviews. Yeah, screenshots are better. This is good. Bro, but you have to be honest here, man. Some people say some very stupid things. Like, it's beyond silly. It's just stupid. People come up with the most ridiculous of statements. But you know what? Here's the funny thing. All of these that you sent me are on what platform? Discord. It's like, what do you expect from Discord? You know? They've put themselves in. They've set themselves up and perfectly. Thrown themselves on Discord, which has had its benefits, no problem, but also it's got its, you know, non-benefit, and they went about it how they've gone about it. So they've like, oh no, I'm not gonna lie, they've put out a statement. I don't know what more they can do, man. If you're gonna look at all the comments of angry people that are talking out of emotion and not really making any sense, and trying to reply to every single one, you're going to lose your mind. They've put out the official statement, maybe reply to 1 or 2 sensible comments and questions, and leave it, man. Honestly, in trying to please everyone and answer every single person, they will lose their crap very quickly, which they seemingly have already started doing. Hello, Mr. ASR, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, as always. What's the latest news in Simra? You know what, Nabil? I was hoping that the RSSLO post that you sent me, I was low-key hoping it was something for Simra. I know RSSLO don't have any connection with Simro, but I don't know. I mean, I'm so used to seeing like 3D models from Simro that I just assumed this was another one. Brown cube. We should make that an emote. We should actually make that an emote. I don't know how often it would get used, but it would be a good meme. I don't mind like stuff like that, generally speaking, yeah. Let's say if they were doing a weekly vlog or a monthly update, or, you know, some sort of consistent, regular update about, you know, the DLCs, or whether they be train or routes. And then I wouldn't mind seeing those models, because then you start with them, then you see how it develops, and, you know, they give you more and more information. And you know what SES do? Basically, what SES do? What does SES do? They'll start up with articles saying, "Hey, this is an idea that we have, and it's what we want to bring." Da 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 da. They'll add some pictures in it, and then the more articles they post about that particular thing, you'll see they start with, "Oh, the behind the scenes, the team that are creating this DLC." They'll show you the modeling. They'll have an interview with the person that's modeling that DLC. They have this whole like process. They show you the whole process. So when you see 3D models, you know, okay, they're just showing you a part of the process, and they will continue giving you updates. Maybe next week there'll be another update. The week after there'll be another update. With Simro, they said they're going to release something, then 4 years later they upload a 3D model. Come on, bro. D2G statement is crazy. I don't think it's crazy. The statement itself isn't crazy. The way that they went about everything could be defined as crazy, or described as crazy. I don't think there's anything crazy about the statement itself, though. Running train is looking good. It's looking very, very good. That gameplay was impressive. You can see, you know, where Unreal Engine is doing Unreal Engine things, which is unfortunate, but for like a first preview video, it was impressive. I didn't really see much in the way of AI trains. I didn't watch the whole video, I'll be honest. I watched like 5 minutes. But I didn't see any AI trains. I'm also curious about the HP bar at the top, as if you're playing, I don't know, The Witcher 3. I don't know what the HP bar was about in the train sim. The points thing is very like Japanese. Generally speaking, in a train sim, I don't think a point system really has a place there. Maybe like an XP system, like you see in ETS2, where you kind of go up the ranks as a driver. But I'm not surprised to say it's a Japanese game. and that was sort of like their thing since forever with their train game. So I'm not too mad about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it, man. I know TSW has points. There's a reason why I've got it turned off. The visibility of them. Honestly, though, I don't know if I can afford it, man. Between the Gisela DLC... Hello, CP. How you doing, mate? Between the Gisela DLC for Subway Sim to Illinois for ATS. Also, the Aculock for Subway Sim 2. Because I do want to get that Lidge. Things are already a little bit tight as they are. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try and go for it. But if it just will be a stupid decision all around, then can't really justify it. I'm good, thank you, CP, mate. I'm good. Because I would prefer to have it legit than not, Nabil. In all honesty. And I'll be honest, I think the Aculock DLC is worth it. Like, it comes with like a bunch of scenarios, a completely different gaming like experience with the freight and the maintenance operations and stuff. I think that looks worth it. The Gisela obviously is more of what we have already in the game in terms of passenger operations. I'm sure it's going to come with some really cool scenarios, but I think it'd be cool to have another edition, man. $17.99. Is it not going to have any offer, any like special offer or sale? Snowy Moon is doing some interesting things. Promising. 15.29 currently. Oh, are you talking about the Aculock DLC? Yeah, I've seen it. It's £14 something, I think, or £13 something. I'm not mad at that. I'm okay with that. I'll try and see if I can get it at like a third party site, I think, first of all. But if I can't and I have to pay that price, I'm not mad about it, man. I don't personally have an issue with that. Snowy Moon is not a moon, it's not snowy. Thank you. Thank you, ASR. No, you know what I mean, bro. Like, you know, the websites where you get stuff for cheaper. Still legit, just not from Steam. Those type of sites. Don't think I have much luck getting the Gisela on there. Subway Sim 2 is honestly a game that I'd want to play more, at least without having explored the Aculock stuff. Because I think there's a lot of gameplay there that might keep me interested for a little while. Cardo 100% be running. Oh yeah, I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less. He has to. He is obligated to. I'm gonna try and do the same. As long as I can afford it, I'll try and do the same. It looks like a bloody good game, man. And I like the fact that the NPC vehicles are like location appropriate, if that makes sense. Like they're all like the typical Japanese vehicles that you would see. I like the fact that those little details have been taken care of. Total Bayline because of the NPCs. I'm pretty sure he would get it for more than just the NPCs. That only case for that clock in the first place. That's a shame. I'll just have to buy it legit then. Or you can help me out with the installation of the latest files. I don't know how you did it last time. I wouldn't mind doing it myself, but I don't know how you did it last time. Oh no, that was the bus, isn't it? But yeah, I think you also did that one as well. Yeah, it's not. It's not. You're not wrong. Let's do it that way then. Yeah. No, you know you did do it. Yeah. Let's do that then. No, I appreciate it. And I need to as well. Yeah, the main thing would be getting updates and having to redo the process every time. But like you said, no, but even when the game updates though, I think. Even when the game updates, that updates as well, no? I know the bus works like that. With Hamburg. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just do that then. Let's do that. How quickly do you think the Gisela can be uploaded? I won't be surprised if someone's done it already. Do we have stream quality options available today? If yes, I think I'm gonna go back to streaming at 60 FPS from tomorrow, if I remember to change the setting. What if I change it to 60 FPS though, and then that's what stops the options from showing up? That would be annoying. Oh, they're not showing up today. Interesting. I might as well go to 60 FPS still. If it doesn't make a difference anyway. I might as well. I'll change it back from tomorrow. No way, told amazing if there is a 3-month section. I still can't believe that. That and the 420 should just be married somewhere. At this point, I think the 420 should just be off the roadmap. Like, we all know it's coming anyway at some point, if it ever does. When they're actually genuinely, seriously, you know, I would say when it is on a route, when a route comes out and it has the 420 in it, or it will come as a DLC for a particular route, I think only then should it be back on the roadmap with that route. Because at the moment, it's nothing more really than a joke. Yeah, they've mentioned various different routes that it would apparently layer on. So I'm saying, like, when it's done, when the timetable for a route is finished, and the 420 layers on it, like, it's 100% in stone. This train is on this route, and the timetable is done. Only then I think it should appear back on the roadmap. But for now, it should just be taken off. They should do what they did with the 104 and the Peak Forest stuff. Just get rid of it entirely until there's actually some seriousness about it. Because it is just a bad joke at the moment, and it has been for some years. When it does come, I hope it brings like a banger of a timetable to all of those routes. Or okay, maybe S1 Frankfurt and Stuttgart don't really need a new timetable. HMA would probably benefit from a new timetable, so I hope it comes with like a proper fleshed out timetable. And hey, maybe a remaster. It's been crying out for one. It's been crying out for a new timetable. It's the perfect opportunity. Most likely means a new journey mode, wherever it comes on. I'm always down for that. Oh, they scrapped it. No, I don't. I completely forgot. Wow. I wonder why. I wonder why. Did they say why? They've had all the time in the world. They could have layered it. They could have created a timetable for it on like every single German route in existence, whether it actually goes there or not, and the time that it's taken them to release. In the time that it's taking them to release. The route is already at its limits, apparently. Get out of here, man. Are we comparing it to what? BML? There is nothing like what it should be in reality, and apparently it's at its limits. What are we doing? It would have needed work from DTG to improve the performance needed to include the full 20 new timetable to give up in the end. I don't really buy these excuses, man. There's a lot of excuses that come out regarding the game that I don't buy. If somebody wanted to, they would. If somebody wanted to, they would. There are a multitude of things that we've been told are impossible to do with the game, and modders have come and disproved that over and over. So I'm not gonna bite. One thing I'm curious about is how to close the nose on these when you want to couple up to another train. It's quite straightforward to open it, but I'm not sure how you close it. I'm really disappointed at this interior, man. Quiet carriage and there's a bunch of noise coming out from it. I think where it's blue over here should have been blue and red together, and then the seats should have been like maybe red and blue, maybe the other way around, I don't know, but grey, and then some random blue at the back. It's an odd decision. Odd decision, in my opinion. I wonder if that was Dovetail's decision or whoever's behind the livery. The colors like go into each other around here. I never noticed that. Look at the red. I don't know if you can see the red over here. It's a nice looking livery in my opinion on the train, as long as you don't get too close. Oops. Oh my god, I just opened the left side doors, or tried to. Let's not do that again. on our way to Doncaster. I wonder how long it will be before we get the next section of East Coast Main Line. I mean, I say next section, it could be something completely disconnected from what we have in the game. Just another section regardless. I mean, surely at some point, an East Coast Main Line route from King's Cross has to come as a core route. I think they've done it already for Train Sim Classic. Surely it's only a matter of time before it's done here. I wonder if these signals could be sorted out via a mod. There doesn't really seem to be much that mods can't do these days. Busy going up the other side. does kind of make sense for the time of day, though. Just wonder if it's busy on our side as well. So what I usually find is that no matter what time of day or what's going on, there'll just be zero traffic behind you most of the time. Yeah. It's just completely dead, even though it's more or less morning rush hour. It's just completely dead. The only route where I haven't seen that is the updated timetable for the Bakerloo line.
We are now approaching Doncaster.
Performance is very questionable. I blame all the 66s. a 166 here. Is that part of those weird substitutions that we were seeing a while back? See, it is possible that you can finish a scenario or finish a service without having to lock the doors after you. Not quite sure why that can't be implemented everywhere. Oh, hopefully. Hopefully, but I've had that happen fairly often, you know. Things come a day before you expect them to, sometimes even 2 days. I think my truck wheel, my TSW bundle, was like that. I think it came a day before it was meant to. That is like, feels better than Christmas, man. Right, let's go on the Riviera line. How have I got so much to do here? What did I do yesterday? So all I did yesterday was this one. I don't buy that. Oh, of course, because we were looking at the roadmap tomorrow for half the stream. Not half the stream, but an hour of the stream. I'm getting primary projects discounted. Yeah. You. Oh, I don't remember how much you pay, but I remember it's a lot less being a student. I didn't know you were ordering it from Amazon, but yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I think the last time I bought an Ethernet cable was back when I used to use eBay quite often.
TPWS and AWS operational.
My tint is starting to peel off at the back. I need to like glue it down. I'm also nervous about the application of the side windows. I think I'm gonna get a little knife and cut a little bit from the bottom. I just realized that all the doors are silver. Why aren't the doors painted? I must be still quite near the top, isn't it? On the whistle boards. On third rails. I wasn't too far off last time. Certain cars were a long boy. Bear that in mind when it comes to slowing down. What are vocational school days? What does that mean? I think that's completely valid as well. You could get into places by yourself and having like travel is, you know, sorted for you in terms of like public transport. I think it only makes sense to do things that way. It should be the same for me, really. Even when, like, I've got free travel across London on every mode of transport, and there are times where I'll still take a car even if I'm by myself, like I'm not taking my family. I think it's just more so for convenience, to be completely honest with you. It's a lot more convenient. Three times for 6 weeks a year. Okay, interesting. Okay. So that's why you only do theory. Calculate how much you would need to pay for petrol, and it's a lot. Yeah, it makes sense, man. And there's the added benefit of the fact that, like, you're actually into public transport, so those journeys are actually going to be interesting. You're going to get something from them more than just saving, you know, some euros. This is going to be like the first full month with the car, so I'm going to see how it goes. And then if I feel like I should maybe pick up some overtime shifts at work, then I might do that. It's going to mean probably less streams, but is what it is. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like if you just put that aside, like put it in like a savings account or withdraw it and save it somewhere, put it aside, like you just make sure you don't touch it. It will add up very quickly. Very quickly. And then with that money saved, you can treat yourself to something nice. Like a tier 3 sub. No, but you'll easily save enough money to go like on a good holiday, man. A good holiday. You do that for 6 months, yeah, you'll be easily able to come to London. You know, do a sightseeing in Hayes, do some sightseeing in Bushy, and have a good time, man. Sugar. Didn't want to go into emergency.
This is Dawlish.
So 3 years, I have enough money, nothing coming.
This is a great.
Oh yeah.
service
Yeah.
to-
Even just during the apprenticeship, if you can manage your finances well, and I don't think you've got like too many responsibilities, you can like you can enjoy yourself and then still have enough left over to save up for anything. Or I think saving up would be cool, man. Maybe like you start saving up from now, and then by the time, or maybe not long after you start the job properly, maybe go for a mortgage, man. Get yourself a little place, you know. Ah! You didn't tell me that before. Goodness me. It makes sense. I don't know. In London, it would make sense. I don't know how insurance usually is over there. But wow. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. But see, my one isn't anywhere near that much, yeah. But it's still a lot of money a month. And you see how I mentioned those journeys earlier that I make when I don't need to make them with the car. Part of the reason that pushes me to do it with the car, aside from convenience, is the fact that I'm paying so much for insurance. And it's like, okay, I'm paying this much every month. I need to make the most of it. I can't just be paying and then I'm not driving anywhere. Because of the age, yeah, absolutely. The age, and the car also has, the car's got a bit of power to it. It's not a Ferrari, but it's also not a Polo at the same time. But it's interesting because what usually helps here with insurance is if you have a car that people don't really drive much, or that young people don't really drive much. When I was looking at insurance quotes for a Porsche, I was shocked at how affordable it was. Like, you pay less. I pay less for a Porsche than I would for a Golf, or like an S3 or an RS3. Those types of cars that young people like. And so how popular a car is for a particular age group also makes things worse. I don't think many people your age are driving a 2 Series though. But they could be driving a 2 Series, but not that one. You know what? €80 less isn't even that much for 8 years older. That's crazy, man. I don't know if you guys do no claims discount there, but I think you get a little bit cheaper insurance if, like, the longer you go without crashing or without making a claim. So maybe that will help a little bit later down the line. I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, yes, it is a lot of money, but you're still paying €120 a month. €120 a month is a lot of money, man.
We are now approaching Timber. This is Tinmouth.
We're running a
This is
little bit
Great
behind
British
schedule.
Railways service to
I don't know if the
Plymouth.
schedule was taken note of the fact that we're a 10-car train. Oh no, that was the arrival time that I was looking at. Crack the doors open again. Are you telling me there's an accident there the same way that you tell me that there are water main works on Globe Street or wherever it was, Nabil? Or is this actually like a major accident? Yup, to which one? Keeping me informed, thank you, man. Thank you. I actually don't have any plans on going to Casablanca anytime soon.
Welcome aboard this great
But you
British
never know,
Railways
you know, you
service
never know.
to
So
Plymouth. We'll be calling
appreciate
at
you making
Newton
sure that
Abbot,
all bases are
Totnes,
covered.
Ivy Bridge and Plymouth.
Where did you even see this?
The next station is Newton Abbot.
I know you didn't go searching for it. Of course there is. You could tell me there's an accident somewhere in Tangier any day of the week, any time of the day, and it would be as believable as the next one. I wonder how often like this section of rail floods. At least in game it always looks like a flood is just a tide away. Oh, you're checking Google Maps. 4 reported. I don't know. 4 reported at 3:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. It's probably one of the better days. What's going on in London? Are there any accidents in London? Did you know that the original train station was at the port and the tracks ran along the beach first? I didn't know that, but the tracks are still there and I've always wondered why. So thank you for answering my question, my age-old question. There are some tracks that are still in that area. Actually, no. Maybe you haven't answered my question. Because the tracks that I'm thinking of in my head are like in the middle of a road. So either that road was built and they just left the tracks there, or it's a completely different. Maybe there was like a tram, or I don't know. Maybe there's another reason for it. I'm quite happy that ETS2 1.59 has released, because it means hopefully by the time I play it in a couple of weeks' time, Pro Mods would have released for it as well. And hopefully with that, Pro Mods Maghreb. I really do wish someone would upload the map combo for ETS2. It's so weird that it's been done for ATS, which is like a lot less popular, and not for ETS2.
We are now
Check the
approaching
info images.
Newton Abbot.
You've checked one thing off on your list in the last 3 hours. Well, what thing was that then? Because that sounds bad, but maybe that's actually like quite good. Whoa, wow. So is that where all the sand is now? Yeah, there's just, they've put the sand, they've pushed the sand up, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Wow. Oh, that would be so sick to like, if it was still a thing today. That would be so sick, man. Stupid training with. I've been having IT issues. Well, is that so much a bad thing? Because you've basically just been chilling, kind of. Maybe a little bit stressed, but you've been getting paid for it. You haven't got customers giving you a headache about silly things.
This
I think
is
you might be alright,
Newton
lad.
Abbot.
Very interesting. Yeah, bro, that'd be so picturesque. Like, imagine taking a picture of the beach, sand, you know, obviously the sea, and then like a train just going past. No, they've completely ripped all of that up. It's been completely ripped up. I was reading some facts about. Let me see if I can send it to you. Actually, I should be able to send it to you. It's only yesterday that I saw it. If I do watch history, I watch history on Instagram. It's very interesting. Hopefully, I can find this before we need to depart. I don't think I'll be able to find it. But it was like a post of like
Welcome aboard Great British Railways.
it's like many different images just talking about Morocco's like economic growth.
And Plymouth.
And there's just some crazy facts in there, man. Let me see if I've liked it. Hopefully I liked it.
The next station is Totnes.
No, I don't think I did. Surely I did. Interesting. Well, I hope I somehow come across it again. But yeah, because like with the port specifically, I think the port in Morocco is like Africa's busiest one, like Tangier Med. And the craziest thing about that is like one of my aunties lives in that area, and I remember when you would go to the Star and just see like there was like a motorway, and then after the motorway was like sand, or was it rocks? I think it was sand and then water. Like it was just really nice. I think, or maybe it was rocks and then water. But nonetheless, the beach was like right there. You could just cross the motorway, and then you're basically at the beach. And now, it's a whole. So imagine living there, peaceful. Only noise is from like the motorway, but you look out the window and you just see the sea. It's beautiful. And now, just beeping 24/7, trucks 24/7, machinery 24/7. because it grew so quickly and suddenly. And I remember when they were like building it, like putting the sand up, digging up the sand, and like laying the foundations. The beach much closer to sea is now. I don't know. It feels the same, because you have the roads, then the pavement, then the sand, and the water seems further back, but the sand is still there. Boss sent us a schedule for next week and had us leaving the factory at 5 p.m, which is near 2 hours from the airport. So not really the factory at 3, we get freshened up and food picks up from the hotel by 5, 6. Airport had no food the last time you were there. What? Yeah, I think your suggestion makes a lot more sense. Sorry, a lot more sense. Gotta be realistic, man. Gotta be realistic. But see, that picture looks like it was taken too long ago. Because where the building is that where the land goes up a little bit, or is that where the road is today? You know, it's hard to say. I can't say exactly where that is. Crazy how empty it was, though, isn't it? Crazy. Like my parents always talk about like how like before from our roof it was just land everywhere, and now it's just buildings everywhere. And it's one thing to like hear it, and it's a completely other thing to see. I've seen some images of like my area in Tangier, how it used to look. It's just mind-blowing, because it all happened in such a short space of time, in a space of like 20, 30, 40 years. I find it interesting there's no train passenger connection. Yeah, but there's no like lines that go near there, isn't it? I think at some point it will come. Oh, there are train tracks that go there. Okay, yeah, no, that's interesting then. Maybe they're not built for. I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know exactly what runs there and what capacity those lines have. Security was near an hour last time. Yeah, well, it's good that you've got the experience already, Dan, so you know like what needs to be done, what's important, what to expect. Is this the same boss that came with you last time as well? Canadian Bear, hello, how are you doing? Your name is vaguely familiar. Did you used to come here often? And I just haven't seen you in a while. There are also some stations along the line, but they barely get used by passenger trains. Okay, so they're freight specific, which makes sense. Maybe the freight is just too important. With like the capacity of that port, maybe there's just too much freight that has, there's too much reliability on those trains to run, to have priority, basically. Was it 2 months ago? It feels like a lot longer than 2 months ago, Canadian Bear. But I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to recognize you, regardless. Good to see you. Hope you have been looking after yourself. Hope all has been well. Oh, first time away with him, Dan. Yeah. So why is he trying to make those plans then, without like checking in with people who've already been there before? The rural area has a lot of potential college trains. Yes, but I would assume it would have to be a thing where new tracks are laid, so there'll be like a lines dedicated to freight, and then lines dedicated to passenger passenger commutes. Because a port is just too important. It's just too important. I don't know exactly where the trains from there run. I don't know whether they only run within Moroccan boundaries or they traverse through other African countries. But knowing how important that port is, I don't think they would want to slow down any cargo away from there or to there. Found an abandoned train and from Wajda to still see where they go. Very much abandoned. I wonder what the history of that was. Yeah, but there are passenger ops along, like when you say alongside, are you saying the passenger ops utilize the same tracks as the freight, or have they built a new set of tracks? And also, that's from Kaza to Jadida. I'm talking specifically from Tangier Med, because that area and that place is a whole different ball game, man. A whole different ball game. Like if they were to have commuter trains that go there also, I would expect freight to remain the priority in every circumstance.
We are now approaching Totnes. This is Totnes.
Not many people come in or out. It's completely deserted. Jesus. Why are there no NPCs here? I see a lot of instances where I do think to myself sometimes, what's the point in still having like NPCs in the game? I might as well take them out, get whatever performance gain you're gonna get, and just keep it moving. The whole system is so scuffed. Half the time,
Welcome
it's
aboard
like they're not in the game
Great
anyway.
British Railways service to Plymouth. We'll be calling at Ivy Bridge and Plymouth. The next station is Ivy Bridge.
The first picture looks like summer in Texas. I like the fourth picture. The last one's pretty cool as well. I guess it was at a time, I don't know, I don't really know Moroccan history like I should, you know. But I'm assuming, by the looks of things, there was a boom, and then things went downhill a little bit, and now we're back on the boom again. Maybe he was, man. Maybe he was. It's the fact that no one really complained about it. I always say that it baffles me, and there's no other way to describe it. A DLC came for the first time ever, a passenger-focused DLC with no passengers, and no one said it. No one batted an eyelid. No one seemed to care. No one complained about that. I'm surprised Dovetail didn't see that and said, you know what, we're just gonna scrap passengers altogether. With how like zombie-like the passengers are, I don't think it'd make a huge difference to me, because when I'm playing single player, when I'm playing like off stream and I'm like fully in the game, locked in, immersed, and then I'm looking at the passengers and how they're moving, like sort of, you know, just like their behavior, their mannerisms, so zombie-like, so zombie-like, and like immersion breaking. I don't think it would make a huge difference to my experience whether they take them off or not, or have them as like just static beings that just appear and disappear. Like, no, I was gonna say like TSC, but even in TSC they actually move. There was a game where passengers used to do that. They would just disappear off the platform, like they fade out and then they fade in inside the train. If you're gonna have them be alive and move and stuff like that, it's got to be done, you know, well. Any like particularly interesting things that stood out about that route? I don't think your company's gonna leave you stuck in China, Dan. I feel like the more you worry about it and get paranoid about it, the more likely it's to happen. Let your mind be at rest, man. You know that you're a mind that stays on top of things. You get things sorted ahead of time. You plan well. You'll be alright, man. You'll be alright. And if you do end up getting stuck in China, just start a new life. You know? It is what it is. It was a planned project that should go through the desert up to Nigeria. Wait, which one? Which route in particular? The one you mentioned before, the one that goes from Wajda? So it was never running then. They just started building up the foundations and then sort of abandoned it. I don't even want to imagine what construction through the desert would have been like. They only built up to... I can't even pronounce that. Oh, it was in operation. It was in operation for over 20 years. I wonder what happened, man. It seems that was for coal. Oh, interesting. So it's more of a the word's gone. Yeah, interesting. After Algeria gained independence, Algerian and French governments failed to reach an agreement in March 1967 financing further expansion of the railways. As a result, road traffic special suspended so it is 1967. What did the Algerians have to do with it? And what did the French have to do with it? What was their connection? Ah, I thought it would have gone south directly to the desert. So then, what did the French have to do with it? How would it have benefited them? Ah, okay. Something tells me it wasn't the French that were being difficult. Now you gotta believe in yourself, Dan, man. Have faith in yourself. The hardest, like, experience of going away somewhere is going to be the first one. The most likely time you're going to make a mistake or do something wrong is going to be the first time. And yet you patterned it the first time beautifully. So give yourself some credit. Have faith. Don't sweat it, man. Double check everything, make sure everything's good, make sure your timing, triple check your timings, because sometimes double checking is not enough. Trust me, I know. And if everything lines up, if you even want to have like an extra peace of mind, take the information up with someone at work or your boss or someone and just say, listen, this is what I've planned. Does it look good? Does it make sense? Sometimes a different pair of eyes can immediately reveal something that you missed. Wait, is that a different one now, Nabil? So I was trying to make sure I slow down in time here. Due to poor track maintenance. What a shame, man. Sounds so much like Morocco. or that era, anyway. They're apparently also part of the project. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. I wonder. I mean, I was gonna say I wonder if there'll be a return to Moroccan Railways, but I think we've seen a positive move in that direction. Already said that the other fella has more information on what the issues are on most of the trucks. Obviously, if I have input. Oh no, I'm just talking more in terms of like travel plans, Dan. Like the actual travel plans themselves. Run them by someone it would make sense. Who it would make sense to run by. Just so you've got like an extra pair of eyes, just, you know, making sure everything looks good. When did you say running trainers coming out in a bill? Was it 26th of May? When do I next get paid? That could come together quite nicely, actually. Oh, 25th of May. You know what? That's fine. That's the same week I get paid.
We are now approaching Ivy Bridge.
That is sweet as a nut. Probably not easy to manage with the desert. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially, obviously, back then where you know, like construction vehicles and just technology in general was nowhere near what it is today. I mean, shout out to them for even going as far as they did. That is an achievement within itself.
This is Ivy Bridge.
Ooh, SDO's in action.
This is
Nice. There's just no NPCs anywhere, man. Jesus Christ. City with that small ass airport. I don't remember that. I'll be honest, bro. Is that pronounced Buarfa? I still just think this trip is pointless.
Welcome aboard this great British Railways service to Plymouth.
Why are you so negative about it, then?
Only.
I mean, you're allowed to be. You know, don't say you're not allowed to be.
The next station is Plymouth.
It just seems like a great opportunity for something a little bit different. You know, change of scenery, leave Ireland for a bit. Leave the, you know, get away from the office a bit, get away from all the faces in the office for a bit. Well, not all of them, but you know what I mean. You know, somewhere different, man. It's like it's good. Like even mentally, it's good for you. It's even pushed into it. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know you were like that against it. I thought it was like a choice thing. That's valid. The airport is just a house. It's just an average Moroccan house. Not in operation since the pandemic. Close that bitch, man. I'm not sure anyone's complained about it not being in service for 6 years either. My name was put forward before I was asked. Couldn't you have turned it down then, Dan? Were you not allowed to turn it down? Anyone doesn't have commitments, I definitely need to go. Okay, you was like, if you need to go, you. Okay, see? Well, if you've said, cool, I'll go, you're part responsible for it. No one else could do it. Yeah, you can still say, though, surely. Would it be good for you? Probably not, because you make things a bit difficult for the company and they don't tend to like that. But if it was completely your choice and you could have said no, would it have made you happy to not go? Or are you like more or less indifferent? The runway's 2,200 meters long, is very unusual. It's a small airport. That's 3.2 kilometers, Jesus. It's not even certified for the big planes like that. Why is it not certified for something like a 737 to land on? It's long enough for it to take off. Or is it just like the airport facilities are not capable of handling a 737? What's the apron? Is the apron the road between the taxiway and the runway? Long ass runway, bruv. They might as well use it for like drag racing or something. It's a good spot for it. The heat will help for sticky tires. It's abandoned, so they're not going to be disrupting anything. So which part is the apron? Everything about that looks small, by the way. Everything about that looks extremely tiny. But which part is exactly the apron? Like the parking areas? Also, it's like the end of the runways are too small for a 737 to U-turn to line up. Ah, okay. So it's just skinny and long. That's so weird, man. 3.2 kilometers long. How long is like the runway at Heathrow, for example, for reference? Longer than 3.9. Wow. What would be like, generally speaking, the length of like of a small airport runway? Like 2 point something kilometers? 2.5? 20 needs 1.5 kilometers. A320 run to Central 70%. I wonder why they went like so overboard. Is Broward for like a small city, like a small village? Like, is it possible that there were plans to expand the size of the airport itself, and they were just sort of planning for the future? You're just stressed today. No worries at all, then, man. No worries at all, my man. At some point today, when you've got the time, go out for a walk somewhere, or go somewhere nice. If you've got like a stream or a river somewhere, go beside some body of water. Go get like a like a favorite snack or your favorite drink or something, something nice, and just take some time out, man. Half an hour, 45 minutes, just to like decompress. Going for food, that's perfect. That's perfect. Are you going to your restaurant? $30,000 residents. Oh snap! I was looking along the top, thinking, oh yeah, there's a few like cities up there. Oh, that's quite a problem that there's no airport. That's quite a problem. No airport connection, no railway connection. Good luck, man. You either live there and you don't leave, or you don't live there and you stay away. No work could be the order. That is strongly advisable. Fave pub for pizza. I love it, man. Love it. Something like that will completely transform your day, If your day is started as a bit of a stinker, but then you've got something like that planned for later, it can completely turn it around. Going by coach on air must be a pain. Oh yeah. And you already know what the coach is like, boss. Hot, crazy driving. The people 50-50 whether you get decent people in your coach or not. If the coach passes Kaza at any given moment in time, you're cooked. The people with Kaza are a different breed. Again, it needs a railway connection. It does, man. It does. But it's getting one, isn't it? It's getting one. I don't know how long it would take, though. I'll never forget when I was on a coach and we stopped off at Kaza.
We are now approaching Plymouth.
You know, like roadmen, like UK roadmen, but it was the girls. Like a bunch of girls came on. Oh my days, bro. They're speaking one deadly shot I've never heard in my life, bro. It's hard, proper hard. The way they talk, I was like, yeah, these lot. You look at them wrong or say the wrong thing, you're cooked. Yeah, bro. Because if it passes the robot, you'll have some some engineers, some doctors, classy people. But see, the thing is, if it goes past the robot, those people are going to be chauffeur driven. So you're not going to get them when you're coach in the first place. Rabat is like the Upon Thames of Morocco. Nice margarita pizza. Taco, yes, a pizza and tacos. Hell yes, bro. After my last Mexican experience, my Mexican food experience. Oh man, hell yes. I'll say my last one. It was also my first. Like, I've had Mexican food before, but it was always like homemade.
This is Plymouth.
I had it for the first time out, and it was beautiful. They already started building the new airport, bro. That's insane. Why is that place getting a new airport? Does it need a new airport? Or are they just flexing the wealth? Ah, of course. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That does make sense. Might have to do this one, you know. Just gonna have to do this one. Hello again, Mark. How you doing, mate?
Very honest. Give us 2 months of ceasefire, we will go to elections. That's it.
I read somewhere recently that the UK is giving Ukraine more money again. At this point, I'm wondering if Ukraine is just a front for money laundering.
TPWS and AWS operational.
That's not the real voice, is it? Crazy textures. There is a 465 here, yeah. Not quite sure why. Not quite sure why the 166 is there also. This train does have announcements, yeah. Carter's playing World of Warcraft. That guy surprises me every time. Okay, it's looking like it's gonna look very grand. Nabil. Very grand. No, you're good, man. You're good. There's nothing else going on, bro. There's nothing nothing else going on. So don't like it? What exactly don't you like? Oh, the trademark? As in, you don't like the 802 itself, or the livery that you don't like? Right there, we're like that for sure. I can't. Hello? I can't get rid of this. Thank God I've got a controller and I can do that. What is going on with this? Okay. This trade has been done so many times at the 801, 802, 805. Is it 800? I don't think so. You're not wrong. It has been done many times. But if every time that it's been done in a realistic way, is that so much of a problem? Like the 801 actually runs on this route, right? The 802 actually runs on West Coast Mainline South. 805 also. So yes, although it's the same family of trains, me personally, I don't have too much of an issue with it. It's like the Electrostar situation. We've got many different Electrostars, but at no point have they been added to the game in an unrealistic way. Like if they exist in real life and they should be on a particular route that we have in the game, then so be it, you know? I don't think that's a bad thing. I did make a joke with the fella I get in with because I could maybe be fired for the way I might have needed to talk to it. Because please don't do that. I can't afford to train another person. I did make a fellow with a joke. I did make a joke with a fella I get on with because I might get fired for the way I might have needed to talk to it. Who's it? And you know what? As much as that's a joke, yeah. Oh, IT, right. As much as that's a joke, it's actually very true. Like, the best thing you can do at any workplace, even if it sucks, even if you don't like the job, even whatever. If you don't like the job, that's on you. You put yourself there. Is just be the best you can be. Be irreplaceable. Be someone that, when you leave, there'll be tears of sadness rather than tears of happiness and joy, because that might even save your bacon should you be in a situation where you probably should get the kick, and get the sack. But then your reputation has preceded you. I remember an incident where Royal Air Maroc pilot ignored all the warnings the plane gave to him. It was dense fog, he couldn't see anything. They hit the ocean on the approach from Iraq and managed to go back in the air and dive. But that's insane. He then claimed it was a bird's track or something. It was obvious that it hit the ocean. That is nuts. That typical Moroccan stubbornness, man. Did he still keep his job afterwards? How can you ignore all the warnings when flying in dense fog? Like, if all he had to rely on was the instruments, why would you ignore them? Don't think we know. Depends on who he bribed, innit? If he could bribe anyone. He purposely deactivated the GPWS because it was warning him, or did he deactivate it before they even got into that situation? Yes, Els. What you saying, my bro? The day before they got false warnings and it annoyed him, so he turned it off. That's insane. So they couldn't have just grounded the plane for it to get maintenance. VIP just joined. I respect that, bro. I like that. You're talking in faith. Keep doing it, bro, and then, you know what I'm saying, it will manifest over time. Can't make it up. That's how it is in a lot of these plane accidents, though, isn't it? Like, something would have happened the day before or the flight before to cause something to be turned off, or to cause the pilots to ignore something, and then that action ends up being the result of something quite serious. If you have regular sub mentality, Els, you're always going to be a regular sub. And don't knock yourself. You're tier 1 boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it like that. Come on, bro. That little badge by your name is a flex. I remember a train got held here on the fast line yesterday while we were pulled up into a station. The dispatching in this game can be very interesting at times. It wasn't effective. False warnings do tend to happen. It's just center after all. Only turned it off because it was annoying. I can imagine, like, he's just going off and he's like, it's good now, and he just turns it off, and then that's it. Just forgets about it. crazy action to take when you've got hundreds of lives in your hands. Is that typical Boeing activities? Co-pilot didn't dare say something. It's like, of course, yeah, of course, man. You know how it is of hierarchy there, especially like, you know, a few decades ago. I say a few decades ago. It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, just a new livery. That was just the livery's new. It is wild because I could just grab a livery from the Creators Club and be using that one instead, and I don't think people would really be none the wiser. Oh wait, I can't. They've all been deleted. Whoops. Whoops. The only thing I really like about these types of DLCs is that they give you a chance to revisit routes that you've probably forgotten about. Like, I don't know today how many people drive on here. Riviera is probably still quite popular. East Coast Main Line, I don't think it's... I wouldn't say it's dead. I wouldn't assume that it's dead. But I'm sure a lot of people would have been like, oh yeah, that route. $4.99. That was $4.99. You get the livery, you get 4 scenarios, and 4 timetable services, and 2 lots of journey modes. They were like in dense fog. They were at decision high. They couldn't see anything. The pilot still produced because the news did not divert or have delay. It's stubbornness, bro. It's stubbornness. Surely you've encountered Moroccans with that stubbornness. There's a particular, I don't know what it is, man. There's a particular characteristic about like the older Moroccan generation. If they have something in their mind, like a thought in their mind, or something they believe, nothing can make them think something else. No evidence, not technology, not nothing. That's what I would confidently put it down to. With experience comes... Yeah, from experience as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But can you really get that complacent where you're flying a plane, a huge plane with hundreds of people on board, or tens of people on board, and you still choose your feeling or your guess over that, bonsoir, Jackson. How are you doing? Did I sound like I was gonna cry there? I don't know. My voice just sounded like that. Especially the older pilots need to be checked. I think what would be good for like flight regulations to do is randomly like test pilots. Like just be a co-pilot to a pilot, for example. You know, have the company say, oh, your usual person is sick or whatever, we've sent a replacement in. But they don't tell the pilot that this is actually like somebody who's going to be watching you, you know, and your every move. Because something like they might do out of comfortability and complacency, they could do 1,000,000 times and it'd be completely fine. And then it takes them doing it one time in the wrong situation for everything to go wrong. Like, yeah, it gets boring, absolutely, following procedures and rules every single day with something that you're so comfortable and confident with. But they're there for a reason, man. Like, when we were doing our training for TFL, one thing my trainer kept saying over and over again was the rule book is written in blood. The rules are there for a reason. They're there because of things that have happened in the past, in history. People have lost their lives for that particular rule to be followed, you know? That's good to hear, Jackson. I'm good, thank you, my man. I'm chilling. Sense of responsibility seems to go down with age. It's just arrogance half the time, to be honest. Tested every 6 months by giving all the training material before. Nah, bro. It's like, for example, you know how like we can randomly be DNA tested, Els? It needs to be like that, bro. Completely unexpected, can happen at any time. You gotta be ready for it every single day. I thought I was already on the brakes. Question: if gang pull up, are you gonna back your brethren? Ask away, my boy. Nabil said he gives you permission. That's kind of wild. I'm not gonna stick my head in that too tough, but kind of crazy. He asked for it. I don't think he did. I don't think he did, big boss. Random, but your mindset seems to be outside your work, as in being you're more for yourself. Do you find it hard to maintain focus and keep your head in your books at work, to the policies, training, etc.? Yeah. Not because I'm not focused on work, but because I'm only there 2 days a week. So things that even should be a part of like the day-to-day, I forget. Like, for example, you know, like, okay, so behind Oyster card machines, usually, but it can be in a separate place, there are like rooms where the ticket office used to be, back in the day when, you know, ticket offices used to be a thing. And there you do like certain things to do with the station, banking stuff, money handling, servicing the machines if there's an issue, stuff like that. Bro, every shift I'm anxious that I might have to go there to do something, because off by heart, I can't do a single thing. I've got a thing on my tablet, like a PDF sort of thing, that has some steps for different things that I use. But for me to go there and do my own thing by myself, I can't do it confidently, and I can't do it without that. So that's one example. But in terms of like the policies and stuff, I guess that kind of goes into that as well. I do like annually at least revise stuff, because certain studies on our online network expire, like certain courses, and you got to do them every year. But honestly, bro, if not for that, yeah, I think I'd be in a bit of trouble. I do ask, like when I'm at work, I do ask my supervisor certain questions if I need help on something. But yeah, the biggest hindrance to that is the fact that I only work there 2 days a week. Like if I was there full time, that alone would mean like I'm on it with a lot more things. But then again, if I'm full time and that is like my life and I'm dedicated to it completely, then I might even spend time away from work, or maybe during my break at work, studying certain things and keeping on top of everything. If it was my life's focus, I would be doing that. I'd be 150% of the way in. So yeah, I'd like to think I'd know what to do in a worst case scenario in any given emergency. But I'd have to prove myself if I was ever met, God forbid, with a particular situation. And I've handled some situations and some events already, and I've handled them well, thankfully. But yeah, it is hard. People don't understand how much you have to know and keep. Like for the people that work full time, daily, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I mean, bro, training consisted of 3 assessments that if you were to fail any of them, you either couldn't work, or there'd be a serious limitation on what you could do at work and a cap on your pay. And it was 4 weeks of full time 9 to 5 training, where you're getting fed new information every hour. At no point do you go back and revise something. At no point is there a day when you go back and you touch on what you learned yesterday. No, every single day is new. You don't go back on it. You don't go back on anything. If you miss something tough, go and revise it in your own time. And then you have to keep all of that. That's not just like, oh, the generic training and then you can forget about everything once you go in stations. No, you actually have to remember everything. I mean, when you say your headspace is elsewhere, like what are we talking? Like, are you talking like a different career, or like is it like something personal, or like what type of different headspace are we talking? Absolutely not, Nabil. Too much to ask, bro. If you want me to consider it, put forward 1 bit. 1 bit equals 1 second of consideration. But without consideration, absolutely not. What's the difference between an 802/0 and an
You
802/1?
can't give us, just can't give us some financial support. Okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money
There you go.
after the war.
The money in question is my consideration. The credit in question is 1 bit. Oh, you don't want to do that, boss. You don't want to do that. Also, in terms of knowing you want more for yourself, but it works based on quite a lot from you both, inside and outside. Yeah, something has to give. Something has to give. Now, you've got somewhat of a benefit because you do 4 days on, 4 days off. So you've got enough time to have a little think about exactly what it is you want to do for yourself and start working on that. And then you stick to your 4 days, 4 on. And then in your 4 days off, you keep building and building and progressing in that which you're doing for yourself. And then once you reach a particular stage with it, where you feel like, okay, now this requires, either it requires 100% of my time, or it is now providing enough for me that I don't need to rely on work, then you can leave work completely and lock in. But you have to prove it to yourself first that you really do want that and you're willing to put in the work. And I think to have 4 days to do that is plenty. So set yourself some targets and some goals before you do anything. Be realistic about them. And start from your next, set of days off. If you're off now, I don't know what your schedule is. If you're off right now, use this time for planning and scheduling and setting targets and goals. Then do your 4 days on, put your all into work, and then you start from your next 4 days off. I've never seen these tankers. I'm assuming the branding is a mod, but I've never seen these tankers before. Where have they come from? What are they originally meant to be? Are they the cargo line ones? No, I don't think so. I've never seen these before. No idea what they are. Oh, the TEA tankers. I don't know, Nabil. When you've got almost 400, you lose track of what's a mod and what's not. I ain't got a clue, bro. No worries, Els, bro. No worries, man. It's not easy. It's not easy, man. You can have all the hunger in the world, bro, but if you don't have the discipline, you'll have that hunger until you die. And you would have fed yourself nothing. Bro, another opinion's important, man. Another opinion's important, always. Always. I was just telling Nabil, sorry, not Nabil, Dan, about something. I was saying, like, even another pair of eyes on something is very important. Very, very valuable. Right, well, that will be it for today, I think. Not really much else to do in the space of 8 minutes. Tomorrow back to normal with regards to timing. So 5 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll be doing some Subway Sim 2, with the new DLC release, the Gisela. So I'm looking forward to having some fun with that. Thank you very much, Jackson. You too, my man. Avoid the ship. No, they look good. I think they look really good. I don't know whether it's because I haven't seen them before or because they actually do look good. But I think they look good. I like them. No worries, Els, man. No stress, bro. I'm back tomorrow. I'm back on Friday. I'm here, my guy. And there's the Discord. So I'd like to think I'm never too far away, you know? But yeah, I will leave it for tonight. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I need to beat in a bill. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until the next one. Peace out. Love you guys.